friends, I am Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda, and we will be taking a look at Taurus. Now, if you clicked on this video, there could very well be a message for you. You don't have to have a sun in Taurus. If you have a Taurus rising or moon placement in Taurus, maybe you just have heavy Taurus placements, maybe you're an earth sign, or a Taurus Capricorn, there might be a message here for you. Now, this is a collective reading, so please just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But we will be taking a look at 2022 for Taurus, any major themes that have gone on in 2022, and then we'll be taking a look at how we're transitioning into 2023 for Taurus and what 2023 brings in regards to the new situation at hand. So let's look at 2022 Spirit for Taurus. What do we have here for Taurus? Thank you so much. We have the the Six of Wands in reverse. We have two cards coming out. Got the Two of Swords in reverse. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. What do we have here for Taurus Spirit? Thank you. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so with the Six of Wands here, Taurus, in reverse, I do feel as though maybe you've been working on something where you weren't getting the recognition that you fully deserve. I feel here like there has been a lot of effort in 2022 in making something just right. I feel as though you've looked back on a decision that you made in order to focus on an area of your life and give dedication and energy and exert effort into that potentially you didn't really gain the full rewards that you were hoping to gain from this situation. But I do sense that there has been a sense of personal pride and personal success. You feel proud of yourself. You feel like you've accomplished a lot. You feel like you're successful independently based on, the situation, being able to make a decision to focus in an area that has been rewarding to you. But at the same time, it seems to me like it's been more of a personal goal. And maybe recognition and from others is kind of missing from this whole experience. And normally with the Two of Swords, it speaks about having to make a decision. And I do see with this card here, two guys kind of fighting it out. And, it is in reverse. So I do sense that maybe there was an opportunity for you to outshine someone and you weren't having any of it. You weren't wanting to kind of play dirty. You weren't really wanting to compete with everyone else. You kind of wanted to do your own, invest in your own thing, build your own empire. And I do sense that you're well on your way to building this empire for yourself here for 2022, or you have been in 2022. Let's take a look at some clarifiers here for Taurus for 2022. What has Taurus been up to for 2022? Clarifying the Six of Wands in reverse. We have the Eight of Pentacles, so another work card here, focused on work, detail, putting a lot of energy and effort into work. Okay, so we have the Fool card here in reverse. And clarifying this Nine of Pentacles, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, so the Fool card talks about taking a risk, taking that leap of faith. And I feel with it in reverse that potentially there was an opportunity for you to outshine or do something in an area that maybe you didn't really know a lot about, but you kind of stuck to what it is that you know and what you do best. With this Eight of Pentacles, it does speak of putting in a lot of work and effort and detail and high quality craftsmanship. I do sense that you guys are very talented in what it is that you guys do. And I do feel like you guys have put in a lot of your energy and effort into making it, at least spending time in areas that you know that's going to make it for you. or at least pay it forward to you. But I feel as though with this Four of Wands in reverse, that maybe there's an area of your life that's lacking because you've been focused on maybe financially securing yourself or your stability. That maybe there's an area of your life, like your family life or romantic side, or maybe even career passions that you've kind of put on the back burner so that you can kind of more focus on the material sides or the material blessings of what it is that you're working on for 2022. And I do sense a, you know, a little bit of a loneliness here with the Nine of Pentacles. Although there's a lot of pentacles here, you know, this individual's kind of maybe looking back at what they potentially sacrificed in order to get these pentacles and maybe what they're missing out on. And we do have mother and child here. I mean, the Four of Wands speaks of that celebration, that unity, that family celebration, celebrations with marriage and family traditions. I just feel like maybe there was a lot of hours spent, you know, focusing on career and maybe not necessarily in areas of celebrating your wealth with the ones you love. Okay, so let's see how we're going into 2022. Actually, I'll use these ones here. What's the transition for Taurus going into, 2023? What is the transition period here for Taurus going into 2023? Thank you, Spirit. And we have Judgment. We have the Ace of Cups. And we do have the Five of Swords in reverse. So yeah, Ace of Cups is also in reverse. I'm picking up here, yeah, there's been with the Judgment, this is right before the World card. The Judgment is the card right before where, you know, there is a point in time where you reach a certain limit of where, you know, your future gets doled out based on your actions. And with Judgment coming down, there is an awakening, a reckoning of what it is that one deserves based on their effort and their energy. And, you know, I feel as though you're going into 2023 kind of arms open, really seeing what it is that, you know, is coming down for you from exerting your efforts, your energy, your dedication. But there comes this loneliness, this emotional side, I feel, that isn't being fulfilled, you know, and potentially there's been a heavy focus on material stuff here with the Pentacles. I mean, again, take what resonates here, that it's almost like at what cost with the Five of Swords, you know, your own mental thoughts. It could be that relationships might have kind of fell to the wayside. You know, I have all these pentacles, but at what cost? If there's no one here to kind of share it with, there's no one here to enjoy it with, if there's no real, you know, emotional fulfillment to be had. It's kind of like maybe you're realizing this right now with the Judgment. There's an awareness that this is missing, that you're going into 2023 with, you know, all your pentacles, but lacking this emotional fulfillment, and knowing that maybe people who you might want in your life might not be there now when you look back on it, due to the fact that there's been a heavy focus on other areas, maybe more materialistic stuff. Okay, so let's get some clarifiers here for Taurus for going into 2023. Spirit, I'm going to get a clarifier for Judgment. And we have the Three of Wands. Clarifier for the Ace of Cups. We've got Justice upright. And a clarifier for the Five of Swords in reverse. We'll take the bottom card on that, which is the Emperor. And we'll just look at bottom of the deck energy here. We have the Page of Swords. All right. So I see here with the Judgment, it's almost like the same feeling I'm getting here from the Three of Wands. It's like there's been a lot of effort exerted, there's been a lot of energy, and now, you know, you're kind of waiting for your ships to come in, kind of looking to your future. What was it all for? What's kind of around the corner? What does my future bring now that I have all this, you know, all this independent stability when it comes to my finances and my independent freedom and my ability to be successful on my own? Where is this kind of going to take me? And we have here with the Justice card, the Justice does speak of, you know, balancing the scales and bringing in what's rightfully yours. And I feel as though maybe there hasn't been a lot of effort in the House of Emotions. So I mean, if you do feel that there is an injustice here, it's most likely in the area of, you know, emotional fulfillment, areas where you could be maybe missing out on relationships and partnerships that are bringing you emotional fulfillment. And I do sense that you are concerned that, you know, this might be too late, or maybe you haven't done enough for this emotional beginning to kind of happen in your life. You know, and with the Emperor here, I feel like the Emperor is an iron fist and very orderly, but likes to kind of run a very tight ship. That I feel as though there is some concern that you might have to drop your Emperor-ness in order to fulfill yourself emotionally. And maybe that's a concern, you know, but I guess what Spirit is saying is that, you know, having all your pentacles and no one kind of to share them with, or at least this emotional fulfillment, you know, for what's it worth. But I do sense that there is some concern here, or at least some heavy contemplation around giving up this Emperor attitude, or, you know, being less Emperor in order to open the door here for some emotional growth. Let's get 2023 here for Taurus. What do we have in store for Taurus here for 2023, Spirit? Thank you very much for Taurus 2023. Just cut that. And we do have the Ace of Wands in reverse. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. And we also have Seven of Pentacles in reverse. 2023, wow, these cards are very similar, eh? I do sense that whatever was passionately driving you for 2022 takes a back seat. You know, there is not as much desire to kind of follow along the same path as you did in 2022. In fact, the future of what it was that you were trying to build in your career isn't as important for you right now. You're kind of looking more to current situation and what's going on around you rather than looking to the future. And I do feel as though maybe what was once, you know, a dedication, working hard to kind of get the fruits of your labor, with the Seven of Pentacles now coming in reverse, I feel as though maybe you kind of get your foot off the pedal a little bit. You're not so focused on grinding out, you know, as you maybe once did back in 2022 in an area of your life. I do feel as though that is around career. There isn't that same desire to really drive forward in some of this area. Okay, and maybe it could very well be because of the need to kind of maybe balance the scales here when it comes to emotional, actually I'm still using these here, when it comes to emotional fulfillment within yourself, to fully enjoy things that make you happy, you know, and come with the sense of joy, the sense of celebration that you can share with others. Let's get a clarifier here for the Ace of Wands in reverse. I got the King of Cups. Yeah, there it is with the King of Cups, wanting that emotional fulfillment. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands in reverse. That's dropping that competition. That's dropping that needs to compete. And then we have the Four of Pentacles upright. Here we go. So we had, you know, what mattered here now, I guess, with the Four of Wands, which is that, you know, it's that unity, it's that family, it's that celebration, it's coming together and starting a family, starting a stable foundation here with a family. It's now upright. You know, it did want to come reverse, but Spirit, you know, knocked it around. We got it upright here. I do feel as though with the focus shifting from maybe not so heavy with competing in the career industry, maybe competing with yourself. I mean, the Five of Wands can even be a mental challenge, you know, with oneself. Maybe the mental challenge to drive and succeed in an area when it comes to career, material stuff. There's been a shift. There's been this shift or this need to focus on emotional matters. With the King of Cups, this is a king that's able to open up emotionally, look at, you know, areas that bring joy. He's able to really control his feelings, but the thing with the king is he isn't as driven to move forward as, let's say, a King of Wands would be in a situation. You know, the King of Cups is more receptive. He's more open. He's more emotional. He's more receptive to what's going on emotionally around him. And I feel as though there's been a shift of focus, you know, in current energies of what's going on around you emotionally, rather than this drive or this focus on pentacles or materialistic stuff, in order to have this, you know, I mean, this is the Four of Wands with this Four of Pentacles here. It's that stability too, you know, but instead of the wands, now we have this, we have that financial stability to kind of support some of that, foundation, you know. And sometimes this, the Four of Pentacles could very well be hanging on greedily to one's finances. And I just feel like with it coming out here, it's more of the foundation needed in order to lay the foundations for this Four of Wands, you know, to be financially set in order to have that stability. And I feel as though all your hard work for 2022 has laid that foundation for 2023 for you, so that you're able to kind of focus a little bit more on emotional matters. All right, so let's get a clarifier here for all three cards here for 2023. Let's see what we can see here for Taurus for 2023. And we got the Nine of Swords in reverse. Five of Wands in reverse, clarifying the Five of Wands in reverse. And we have the High Priestess in reverse as well. So I do sense the, you know, the anxiety, maybe the sleepless nights, some of the anxiety you're feeling around, you know, that lack of fulfillment there when it came to emotions. I do feel as though, you know, the anticipation of maybe being alone or not being able to have that fulfillment is it's more built up in your head, right? Like maybe it just becomes a theme. You're kind of more focused looking in that area, so it becomes more loud or more of a theme. But I do sense that it is a mental challenge here, you know, trying to mentally kind of challenge your own thoughts about maybe what you thought you wanted and what you actually need, or what you want might be two different things. And with the High Priestess here in reverse, it could very well be not listening to your higher intuition or your true calling, or potentially even, you know, secrets still having to come to light. But with it in reverse, that maybe you take a deep look into what it is that's actually fulfilling you, and, you know, make a realization of maybe an area that you've been neglecting that's now coming to the surface. I do sense as though it is facing your emotional wants, your emotional needs, your emotional desires with this, you know, this Four of Pentacles and this Four of Wands, I do feel as though there is a need to financially stabilize yourself in order to have this stability and the security in this family situation that you're looking at supporting, and potentially, you know, still being in this emperor role, but maybe a little bit more of a balanced emperor rather than just an iron fist type emperor who's not really concerned with emotional matters of the heart. But yeah, so this is what I'm seeing here for Taurus for 2023. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment, and we'll see you again. Bye.